I said in my last video that I was going to show you some collectibles that I found when visiting my childhood home. I was amazed and feel very lucky to own such a precious collection of magazines and comic books. Get ready for a fun ride full of nostalgia, memories, 8-bit memorabilia, and comic books. As promised, these are the best comic books that I found when visiting my childhood home. First off, I am excited to show you this gem from Image Comics, titled Young Blood, Strike File. The artwork and story are excellent, and at the time when I obtained this comic book, I classified this comic book as groundbreaking. The same goes for all of Todd McFarlane's works. The comic book has two stories, one at the front, one at the back. The first one is about Glory, a super heroine that relates how her team fight the Nazis back in 1945, and how later one of the team members, called Super Patriot, was abducted by Cyberdata Corporation and transformed into a cyborg. Glory, Die Hard, and Shaft team up to restore Super Patriot's humanity. The comic book has a pinups featuring Glory. The other side of the comic book is a story about three CIA agents, Chappelle, Al Simmons, the character who later becomes Spawn, and Duke, are sent on a mission to destroy a safe house belonging to the terrorist group called Cybernet. However, the leader of the group contacts them via video link and gives them some bad news. He's about to blow the safe house to smithereens. The three agents escape and Chappelle kills Duke because he finds out he betrayed them. Later, the story led to the Spawn series, which now are very popular. A special 30th anniversary Avengers number 363 volume 1 foil embossed comic book titled Dissension. In this comic book, the Avengers, along with the captured alternate vision, make their way to the Gatherer's base of operations in the Andes mountain range. They confront Proctor only to have him destroy the alternate vision. The Black Knight, influenced by his mind link with Cersei, attacks Cap, but is subdued before anyone is hurt. Proctor blames the destruction of the parallel Earths on Cersei. Magdalene learns that Proctor planned to kill the swordsman and decides to help the Avengers take on Proctor. Unfortunately, Proctor escapes as his base of operation explodes. Meanwhile, Cersei seems to kill a couple of police detectives investigating her about a string of recent murders and dump them in the river. Hey, look at this one, The Max, Volume 1, March 1993 by Image Comics. This is another one of my favorites. This comic book was adapted into an animated series on MTV, which became a cult, clearly intended for adult audiences. The comic book story is about the Max and their relationship with his social worker, Julie Winters. The Max starts to have weird transitions into another dimension on which he is a hero and protector of Julie Winters. However, in this other dimension, Julie is a jungle queen. The Max keeps on switching from reality to the other dimension called the Outback, which resembles prehistoric Australia. There are other characters in the comic book, such as Mr. Gone, which is a villain who is a serial rapist and can assume other forms. He can also enter and control the Outback dimension on will. Mr. Gone is the Max's arch enemy. I personally do not like him. I have not read all the series of this comic book, but I hope that the Max kicked his butt in all of them. Up next, Night Thrasher 1993, published by Marvel. The comic book starts with Night Thrasher breaking into a warehouse full of criminals. He starts kicking butt and asking questions later. But no, seriously, he does start asking questions to find out about the whereabouts of the warriors, which are Namorita, Silhouette, Firestar, Speedball, and Nova. They're being held hostage by Kimiko. He finds them and then fights a guy who is wearing a similar armor than him, beats him up, and saves his friends. In the end, Night Thrasher asks why they have not freed themselves, and Silhouette answers that they did not free themselves because Speedball's father and Nova's brothers are being also held hostage. If they try to escape, they will have been killed. All right, boys and girls, this is a very special magazine. This is the Web of Spider-Man, dated July 1992. This is number 90, giant size 30th anniversary special edition with a silver hologram cover. As you can see, the hologram cover is really cool. I haven't seen too many magazines that has a hologram cover like this one. It goes for up to $1,000. I've seen it in different websites. And there's the description of the story goes like this. The Wanderer's wall crawler is chasing robbery suspects through the South Bronx when he suddenly runs into Galactus. The Ravager of Worlds has beaten the Avengers, the Fantastic Four, and the X-Men, and now blasts the web-slinger into oblivion. Or so the confused web-slinger thinks. However, the wall crawler has just ventured onto a set of a movie, and his original agent, Maxie Shipman, is there too. Before the spectacular one can ask Maxie what's going on, the Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, and Demogoblin attack. And a few minutes later, so does Venom. The whole situation keeps getting more and more mysterious. And that persistent mist keeps hanging around too. Can the Amazing Spider-Man solve the mystery? Or perhaps just solve Mysterio? The Amazing Spider-Man number 365 is a special anniversary issue that was released in August 1992. This issue is particularly significant because it celebrates the 30th anniversary of Spider-Man's first appearance in Amazing Fantasy number 15 in 1962. The main story in this issue is titled Fearful Symmetry. Written by David Michelin and illustrated by Mark Bagley, the story revolves around Spider-Man, Mary Jane Watson, and Aunt May. The plot is a mix of action, drama, and reflection on Peter Parker's life as Spider-Man. The issue begins with Peter Parker and Mary Jane visiting Aunt May at the cemetery, paying respects to Uncle Ben's grave. This somber moment sets the tone for the issue and provides an opportunity for Peter to reflect on his responsibilities and the sacrifices he has made as Spider-Man. Meanwhile, a new villain named Tri-Sentinel is introduced. Tri-Sentinel is a powerful three-faced robotic entity that possesses a significant threat to New York City. Spider-Man swings into action and confronts this formidable foe. As the battle between Spider-Man and Tri-Sentinel unfolds, there are flashbacks to key moments in Spider-Man's history. These flashbacks highlight the character's evolution over the years and showcase some of his most iconic moments and adversaries. Ultimately, Spider-Man manages to defeat Tri-Sentinel, but not without facing personal challenges and sacrifices. The issue concludes with a sense of reflection and growth for Peter Parker as he continues to grapple with the dual identity of Spider-Man. The Amazing Spider-Man number 365 is remembered as a special milestone issue that pays tribute to the character's rich history while delivering an engaging and action-packed history. It remains a notable part of Spider-Man's comic book legacy. The Web of Spider-Man number 100, published in May 1993, is a landmark issue in the Spider-Man comic book series, titled The Long Goodbye. The story is written by Terry Kavanagh and illustrated by Alex Saviuk. This issue is significant not only because it marks the 100th installment of the Web of Spider-Man series, but also because it deals with the apparent death of a major character. The issue begins with Spider-Man, Mary Jane Watson, and Felicia Hardy, which is the Black Cat, attending a funeral of Harry Osborn, the Green Goblin's son and Peter Parker's friend. The funeral brings back memories of the tumultuous relationship between Peter and Harry, including Harry's struggles with his father's legacy and his own battles as the Green Goblin. Amidst the mourning, a mysterious villain named Judas Traveler appears. Traveler is a complex and enigmatic character with mysterious powers and motives. He claims to have transcended human limitations and seeks to understand the nature of good and evil by observing and manipulating individuals in extreme situations. As the story unfolds, Spider-Man finds himself trapped in a nightmarish dreamscape created by Judas Traveler. Within his surreal landscape, Peter encounters various versions of himself, including his past and potential future selves. Okay, this is a set of some 1990s set of cards or individual cards. This one right here is the Lady Death Chromium trading card. It was released back in 1994 by Chrome Productions. The set consists of chromium reflective trading card features artwork of the Lady Death character. Alright, next up, the Wolverine P3 Attitude Prism card, which is a part of the Marvel Universe Series number 3 trading card set, released by Skybox in 1992. Okay, this one is a vintage rare 1984 Batman number 542 trading card, Detective Comics, DC Comics. Alright, this is a very nice. I like this card. I've kept this card for many years. Actually, well, since 1993. This card is a X-Men 2 hologram Magneto. It's going now for $379 with a PSA 10. Alright, so this is a really good card. This is a 1992 Impel X-Men Cable Series 1 hologram. I just checked and it's going right now. An ISA 10 is going for $4,500. All right, and that wraps up our journey through the incredible world of comic book trading cards. We've explored rare finds, iconic characters, and some truly amazing artwork. But before you go, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this adventure. For more fantastic content on comics, collectibles, and all things geek, make sure to subscribe to our channel. You won't want to miss our upcoming videos.
Peace out.